Just eating my breakfast, seeing if anybody is up and around. Because I wanted to talk about some things. Hey, Ronwin. Decided to just talk about some stuff this morning while I eat my breakfast. So a lot of things that have happened in the last few weeks that has me thinking about how vulnerable so many people are who are single. And because I was just thinking about it this morning, I think I decided that I should share what is the key to any successful dating situation, whether you want to be dating, whether you want to get married, whether you want to just have a good relationship. I think seeing the vulnerability of so many of the women who were involved in the wife school scam made me realize that this needs to be said. So please join me. I'm sitting here eating my breakfast. I'm having some grits. The key to successful dating or relationship or anything is happiness. And a lot of people don't get that. Like, happiness is the one thing you must have to be successful, whether you want to just be single, whether you want, no, it's not honesty, listen to me. Whether you want to get married, whether you want to just date, you have to be happy. And the problem is most people don't realize that happiness comes from within you. Only you know what makes you happy. Nobody else can tell you what makes you happy. There's no person that's going to complete you. There's no person that's going to bring happiness to you. It's just like I say in my book, if you're not happy single, you'll never be happy in a relationship. You'll never be happy married. Marriage is not going to bring happiness. Only you knows what makes you happy. And so many people are vulnerable because they're unhappy and they haven't figured out what makes them happy. And that's really the key. Like, you have to know what makes you happy. You can't jump up and decide that somebody is going to come into your life and then that'll complete you and make you happy. It's really, you got to know who you are as a person. You need to know what you love to do, what you love to enjoy. You need to be able to do those things on your own. Antar, you are so foolish. You need to do those things on your own. You need to be in a space where you find yourself. And I'm speaking from experience. I've been married. I've been in long-term relationships. And until I was happy, until I found myself in a place where I knew, I was like, wait, this is who I am and I'm happy. First time in my life that I realized that, oh my God, I feel good about myself alone. I didn't need anybody. I was like, this is the best. I had the best life. I have the best life. And I was single. And in fact, I started writing my book. I realized that all of the happiness points in my life, I had been single. And then I decided that I needed to be alone for a while and find myself. When I found myself, when I found my happiness, when I was proud of who I was and proud to speak up about myself and just very comfortable in my own space, that's when I met somebody that not only was the perfect compatibility point, but they increased my happiness, but I was already there. And so you might, Kevin, you might need multiple wives, but it's really important that you know who you are. So all of the women who are out here and men, because y'all want to be in relationships too, as much as you want to say that it's just the women, you all want to be in relationships too. Until you guys really figure out who you are, until your self-esteem is at the highest point, until you are happy, you wake up every day. When you wake up every day and you're like, man, this is the best day ever. When you wake up with a smile on your face every day, that's when you should be dating, not before. That's when you should be, you know, well, you don't even look. The thing that's funny is, like, when you're really happy, you're not even looking to be in a relationship, to be honest. You're not even looking to date. You just kind of end up dating, and people are attracted to you, because the other thing that happens when you're happy is your confidence levels go straight through the roof. And when you're confident, people like being around you. People are attracted to you. I gotta eat. So it's important that you all stop feeling sad because you're single. I see a lot of women beating up on themselves, especially, yeah, I'm gonna get another one, especially when there's a lot of pressure for women to be married, especially there's this little movement they have going on. They keep telling them, you need to get a husband. And a lot of women feel sad because they don't have a husband. Listen, ladies, a husband is not going to improve you, okay? You're the only person that can improve you. You have to be confident in who you are, you know. And I say this all the time. Getting married is not an accomplishment. It's very easy to get married. Trust me. If you want to get married, there's somebody out there that'll marry you. It's very easy. A lot of people say it's so hard to get married. Not hard to get married at all. Finding a dude to get married is like it's a ton of dudes out here that want to get married. If that's what you want, if that's a goal for you, it should never be a goal. But if it's a goal, you need better goals, okay? You need better goals. Marriage is something that should happen when two people really want to be a team and really want to be together and build something together. That's great. And the other thing is, like, a lot of people think I'm anti-marriage. Like, where did that come from? I mean, it's always funny to see the stuff that people that say about you. It's like I'm reading and I'm like, how do you have these concepts of me? Got my spoon for answer. So, you know, this morning I just wanted to talk about that because I feel a lot of compassion for so many people who are taken advantage of because their self-esteem is low. And they're trying to buy classes and figure out why they're single. Listen, single is not a disease or a debilitation. Okay, that's from my book. It's not. It's not. Being single is not bad. Don't think that there's something wrong with you. It's a lot of single people in the world. A lot of single people. There's nothing wrong with single people. If you really, really want to date, work on you. Work on yourself. Better yourself. You know, take that class. Not the marriage class, but take the class that gets you the degree, or, you know, betters your life, or helps you start a business, or, you know, do something that makes you feel good about yourself. Because as long as you're accomplishing real goals, it is building you up and building your self-esteem. And it also puts you in a place to meet people with like minds. That's the other thing. I'm seeing people in, you know, something I learned over the years is compatibility. You know, compatibility is really, really important. So once you build yourself up and you're happy, that's when you start to pick and choose who you want to be around based on your like interests and your similarities. And you want to be around somebody that, like, you enjoy being around. Not somebody because they're there, not because they met a checklist, because I can tell you that checklist that people have is not important. What's important is, can you sit around in a room with them for hours and still have something to talk about? Because if you can't do that, y'all are going to get on each other's nerves. It's not going to last anyway. I think I saw somebody said earlier that the main reason people, marriages end is because they cheat. Well, the main reason marriages end is because they're not compatible. People are forcing relationships where they don't like each other. You know, and they don't, at first they think they like each other, but those little things over time, they build up and you just realize you're not compatible with that person. So get to a point where you really know who you are. You got to know who you are. Be very happy about who you are. Get your happiness. Find your happiness. And then when you're meeting people, make sure that person is, you know, yeah, That's right. They finally realize they aren't happy. But make sure that the persons that you date, you know, you're looking for someone who meets what you are, who is matched with what you do. And it's not about, like I said, it's not about things or money or anything. It's about the person that's going to sit and talk to you about stupid stuff that you like for hours and hours, and person is going to want you know, you're going to get up in the morning or want to go do something, and they're going to be like, yes, that's what I want to do today. Not the person that you have to drag to do things that you like to do. That's not compatible. I mean, I see, like, you know, people just suffering through relationships. Like, I see it. I've been there. I know that look in your eye. When I see your pictures and I know that the relationship is, I don't say anything because I know people have to get there on their own. You have to get to that place on your own. But living through it and knowing that I was in a situation where I wasn't compatible. I'm not compatible. And it was a lot of other things that were terrible there for me. But I see it. Like, I see the couples that, you know, you guys post a lot of pictures and showing how you're so happy, but you're not. I can see that look in your eye. I know what that feels like. You're with somebody and you're trying to force it. The thing about it is, when it's right, it's unforced. When you're with somebody that you like and they like you, and you all have fun together, and it's just it's a nice, easy, even, happy pace. And I can't emphasize how important compatibility for the other person and happiness for you. You have to be happy. You cannot get in a relationship. You cannot, like all the women who are like wanting to get married, you can't get married until you're a happy person on your own. You must be happy on your own. If you are not happy on your own, it's never going to happen. It's not. And if it does happen, you're going to be miserable. And let me tell you, a miserable marriage is hell. You just trust me. Like, you don't want to be in a miserable relationship, a miserable marriage. You end up hating to see that person breathe. You see them and you're just like, oh, stop breathing. That's not happiness. That's not what you want. If you really want to be successful in this relationship and marriage and dating thing, go be happy. So anyway, I just wanted to say that while I ate my breakfast. It was on my mind. And good morning, Ray. So that was pretty much it. It wasn't a big deal. I just wanted to, you know, it was something I was thinking about, and I just got up and decided to say it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. I may make more videos. I may do more lives because I'm seeing that there's a need for it. And, you know, I guess I got to say it. Anyway, take care, everybody.